Thoroughbred Action is presented by Hardacre Farm.
Welcome to Thoroughbred Action at Gulfstream Park. I'm Ron Nicoletti. It is Friday afternoon. We have 10 races we want to get to, so let's quickly go to those track and weather conditions.
We start the afternoon with a beautiful sky for horse racing. It's a sunny sky with temperatures in the low 80s, a fast main track and a firm turf course. First of the day is over the turf course at a mile and a 16th. Maiden claimers in for a $20,000 asking price. Scratch the 2 and 3, a field of 6. All the money for number 6, Mr. Papillon, and number 7, another softball. Racing at Gulfstream. First race favorite, Mr. Papillon, blast out to take the advantage. Up on the outside, another softball with Rhythm of Samard moving to be third. As another softball is keen up, he's going to march forward to the lead here. Another softball and Jesus Rios drop over and lead the charge into the first turn from Mr. Papillon, who's in no hurry while second. Rhythm of Samard is third. Racing in fourth is Go Harley Go. Then to the outside, Tito Control, and at the back of the field is Looking Over Us, separated by 7 lengths as they run around the first turn. Another softball, very keen in the early stages here. He leads at a length and a quarter. Mr. Papillon is second. Racing in third is Rhythm of Samar. These top 3 have opened 4 on Go Harley Go, then Looking Over Us, and 3 wide at the back is Tito Control, opening quarter in 24 seconds flat. Down the backstretch they go. It's the 2 principals in the wagering. Up top with the lead, another softball a half a length. Mr. Papillon is now in a flanking position in second. Rhythm of Samard is third. Go Harley Go is fourth ahead of Tito Control and Looking Over Us through a 49 and 2 opening half mile. Less than half a mile to go in the Friday opener. Another softball continues to lead the way. He starts to quicken the pace a bit. Mr. Papillon tries to stay close to him second. It's a gap of 4 to Rhythm of Samard, who's given the green light to try to make ground from third. Fourth is Go Harley Go. Back to fifth is Looking Over Us, and at the back is Tito Control. Another softball, still the leader. Another softball now asked to quicken again. He leads by a neck. Mr. Papillon draws up alongside with every opportunity second. 3 back to Rhythm of Samard, third after 3 quarters. In 1:13 and 2, they're at the top of the stretch. With the lead now, Mr. Papillon. He overhauls another softball and moves to the final furlong on a 2-length lead. Another softball all in, trying to hold on to second, then Rhythm of Samard. But the favorite's a winner, Mr. Papillon, and Tyler Gaffleon to win it, and win it by 2 in the end. Second, another softball. Third, Rhythm of Samard, and fourth was Go Harley Go in 1:43 and 2. Number 6, Mr. Papillon, proves too much for the first race field as he kicks on to win today's first race in the final 1/8 of a mile under Tyler Gaffleon for trainer Gilberto Zerpa and owners Iroso Fon Stable. Second, number 7, another softball. 5, Rhythm of Samard, ran third. To the second race now at 6 furlongs. Claimers in for a price tag of $12,500. Scratch the 1, Salsa Cappuccino. A field of 6. Off-time choice was the outside horse, number 7, Zing Zing. And they're off. From the inside, Wizard Willie. From the outside, Zing Zing heads Rocket Splits horses to join the party. Racing into fourth is High Blue. At the back of the field, McManaman. And at the inside, Mr. GT. They head to the half-mile mark. Wizard Willie has some speed to take on the favorite Zing Zing. Ed's Rocket is now back to third. High Blue is fourth. McManaman is 3 wide. And Mr. GT at the back of the group with less than half a mile to go. With inside position and the lead, it's Wizard Willie through a 22 and 2 opening quarter. Right back at him, Zing Zing. Mr. GT, he's the longest shot in the race, and he's running on pretty well. He's into third and getting ready to go to the outside. Gap of 2 back to the inside, and High Blue, he's in the yellow colors, about 5 lengths off the lead. McManaman's at the back with Ed's Rocket as they run to the top of the stretch. There's a quarter of a mile left to go. Zing Zing now strides to a short lead. Mr. GT's on his outside, boxing on Wizard Willie. High Blue fourth through a 46 and 4 opening half mile. They turn in with the lead. Zing Zing, Mr. GT on the outside, and High Blue trying to roll home with an 1/8 of a mile to go. Zing Zing is vulnerable. High Blue trying to get to him. So is Mr. GT. They come to the wire. Miguel Vasquez has High Blue motivated, and High Blue is up to win it. Zing Zing second. Mr. GT third. Wizard Willie finished fourth. 1:13 flat for the 6 furlongs. Miguel Vasquez wisely backed off the early pace battle with his horse, number 4, High Blue, who then re-rallied when he tipped off cover to spring the upset at 6-1. Anthony Pecoraro is the owner and trainer of this son of creative cause. Number 7, Zing Zing second, and number 3, Mr. GT. He loomed boldly at a nice price, but he had to settle for third. Time for a commercial break. When we come back, we'll bring you the rest of the Friday action. Don't go away.
The Pegasus World Cup Invitational is January 27th at Gulfstream Park, and that weekend we have something new, the Pegasus World Cup Betting Championship. I'm lucky to be joined enough by two guys who will be playing in this tournament, including
Ray Arsenault, defending NEC champion.
And
Hi, Acacia. I'm Ross Gallo. I'm a 13-time NHC qualifier and also a member of the NTRA Players Committee.
we're so excited for it. Join us here at Gulfstream Park. $500,000 expected pool, no entry fee if played on site. This is for the players.
Back now for the third race of the afternoon at 1 mile over the main track. Claimers in for a price tag of $25,000. A field of 6. This was a wide open betting race. And they're off. Bounced around at the beginning was Fearless Dragon. Edgard Zayas riding Jaden's Best to try to secure the early lead from Payton and Awesome Thought on the outside. Fearless Dragon is down toward the inside. The two at the back are Tough Customer and Griff. They run out of the chute, and Fearless Dragon wants to challenge Jaden's Best for the top. Jaden's Best working hard to hold the lead. Outside, an Awesome Thought from second. Third is Fearless Dragon. Luis Saez and Payton back into a good spot. Fourth behind the embattled trio. A gap of 2 to the gray Griff, who's guided to the outside by Roberto Alvarado Jr. And at the back is Tough Customer. He does have some pace to chase behind an opening quarter in 24 seconds flat. It's Jaden's Best in front by a neck. Awesome Thought on the outside second. Payton is now in team with Fearless Dragon third and fourth. Griff is fifth, and he's about 4.5 lengths off the lead. And Tough Customer has 5 rivals to pass and less than half a mile to do it as they put up a second quarter in 23 flat as they went a half mile in 47 flat. And up front, Awesome Thought now has the lead. In second is Jaden's Best. Third is Payton. Griff working closer now. He's into third. At the inside in Fearless Dragon, Tough Customer starts to run on. He's driven, but he's gaining as they run to the top of the stretch. Awesome Thought has the lead. Griff on the outside. 4 wide. Tough Customer continues to charge hard. Back to fifth and Fearless Dragon. Payton has plummeted after a good trip. After 3 quarters and 1:11 and 3, they straighten for the drive, and still many chances here. Awesome Thought has the lead out in the center of the course. Here comes Tough Customer. Griff between horses. These 3, Awesome Thought still ahead in front. On the outside, Tough Customer. Griff from between them. Awesome Thought pleading for the wire. Griff one more time. Awesome Thought, Griff. These 2, photo finish. Too tight to call. It's Griff or Awesome Thought in 1:37 and 2. 2 of the longer priced horses run 1-2 in today's third race. Is number 1, Griff. Gets his head down when it matters under jockey Roberto Alvarado Jr. Trainer Tim Hills and Seagull Capital. Second 6, Awesome Thought in a huge effort ahead of the 4, Tough Customer. He ran well on the comeback try, and he ran third. To the fourth race now on turf at 1 mile. Maiden Claimers in for a $50,000 price tag. Scratch the 4 and 5, a field of 5. Heavily favored. Number 2, Wage Acceleration. They're off. First-timer Sumner was away well, quickly tackled by Wage Acceleration. Up on the outside, the Toronto Invaders' Southern Greatness moves up. Back to fourth is Miss Munnings, and the early trailer is the long shot Dixie Mambo. They make their way into the first turn, and Sumner and Luis Saez put ahead in front. Southern Greatness is second, tucked in. Wage Acceleration getting a good run of it early. He's third and down toward the inside. Racing from fourth is Dixie Mambo and Miss Munnings on the outside. As they round the first turn, at 8-1, Sumner has the lead. Pace appears to be very ordinary here. 25 seconds for the opening quarter speed. On the outside in Southern Greatness from second, tucked in Wage Acceleration third. Miss Munnings, the filly taking on the boys, is now racing in fourth. And Dixie Mambo at the back of the group as they go to the final half mile. Sumner the leader. Sumner still in front, 3 parts of a length. Southern Greatness still pressing and still in no hurry under Lescano. Tyler Gaffleone and Wage Acceleration have had a very good run of it. Third down toward the inside. Fourth is Miss Munnings, and last is Dixie Mambo. 51 flat for the opening half mile, so Sumner has certainly got a slow enough pace as he swings into the far turn with a neck advantage. Poised to strike is Southern Greatness in second, but Gaffleone's going to thread the needle here. Wage Acceleration is on the attack, and he's on the attack right now, so Lescano has to give his head to Southern Greatness, and these 2 sprint away as they move to the top of the stretch. Third is Miss Munnings. That's all for Sumner. After 3 quarters in 1:15 and 4, they're at the top of the stretch. Cutting the corner, Wage Acceleration right back at him, Southern Greatness. These 2 shoulder to shoulder, and Miss Munnings trying to track down the top pair with less than 1/8 of a mile to go. On the inside, Wage Acceleration, Miss Munnings, and Southern Greatness. These 3 are going to hit it together. Here's the wire. Wage Acceleration. Wage Acceleration prevails from Southern Greatness and Miss Munnings at 1:38 and 1. What an exciting finish to today's fourth race. In the end, it was number 2, Wage Acceleration, who made the winning move going around the far turn and held off all challenges under Tyler Gaffleone. Gives him his second winner of the day, this one for Chad Brown and owners Clarovich Stable and William Lawrence. 7 Southern Greatness gave him all he wanted, but had to settle for second ahead of the filly, number 6, Miss Munnings. If she gets back to running against the girls, she'll be tough next time. She ran third. To the 5th race now on the start of the Rainbow 6, 1 mile over the main track. Claimers in for a price tag of $6,250. These are fillies and mares. Scratch the 1, Diplomatic Affair, 8 to the gate. The favorite was the 2, Breakaway. And they're off. Rah-Rah was off awkwardly and bounced around at the beginning, was Motion's first. Dressed in Heels is being ridden for the lead by Nick Juarez alongside Grand Chama. In between horses, Felina's Song is in no hurry. She's taken in hand by Miguel Vasquez and will sit fourth. Breakaway is down toward the inside, followed by Arella Princess. On her outside goes Rah-Rah, and I'm Really Something drops back 8th and last as they run out of the 1 mile chute. 6 furlongs left to go in the race. Dressed in Heels has an early tussle with Grand Chama through a 24-1 opening quarter. In third is Motion's First from the inside. Breakaway takes over fourth and improves for Luis Saez. The favorite's in range at the 5 furlong point, only about 3 lengths off the lead. Felina's Song is in tight between horses, then back to Rah-Rah. Arella Princess is dropped second last, and I'm Really Something continues at the back, past the half-mile marker. The opening half-mile was 47-1, and Dressed in Heels leaves the turn in front, leaves the backstretch in front to length and a quarter. Trying to get after now is Long Shot Motion's First. Grand Chama's all in. Breakaway will have to get going. Felina's Song is tipped to the outside, and she starts to rally. Rah-Rah's up into third after that subpar beginning with less than 5/16 to go. Juarez working overtime on Dressed in Heels, but so is Santana on Motion's First. Running on from third is Felina's Song. She appears to be the stretch danger after 3 quarters in 1:13 flat. They're at the top of the stretch. Dressed in Heels turns first with the lead. Motion's First takes another run at her. Felina's Song now runs on the outside and far outside. Breakaway. Grand Chama's back for more. And here's Grand Chama with an inside lane under Abby Medina. She comes back to take the lead. Grand Chama's in front. She backed away. She re-rallied and she wins. Grand Chama in front. Felina's Song second. Motion's First third. Then Dressed in Heels and Breakaway. Number 4, Grand Chama looked like she called it an afternoon around the far turn, but she re-rallied with an inside lane and kicked back to win it under Abby Medina for trainer Victor Barboza Jr. and Grand Poyle Stable. It was 6, Felina's Song, who ran well second, ahead of Big Long Shot 8, Motion's First, who finished third. Early pick 4, just more than $550. That early pick 5 worth $971.60 on a 50-cent return. It's time for a commercial break. When we come back, we'll sprint on turf to kick off the late pick 5 right after this.
A passion for horses and a commitment to breed champions is the foundation of Hardacre Farm. Founded in 1999 by Amy Tarrant, owner, breeder, and trainer, Hardacre Farm, now based in Ocala, continues its tradition of success. From the Breeders' Cup to Gulfstream Park, Hardacre Farm, from the breeding shed to the racetrack, in pursuit of producing the best.
We have to take care of these horses that, give us so much joy.
Being accredited by the TAA gives us instant credibility.
People trust us even more than they have before because they know that the TAA has been to all of our locations and that our horses are well cared for.
I mean, this farm wouldn't look the way it is, these horses wouldn't look the way they are if it wasn't for the generosity and the hard work of the Aftercare Alliance.
They've united our whole industry in terms of the aftercare movement.
We're all working together for the same purpose.
Back now for race number 6 on the program, the start of the late pick 5, 5 furlongs on turf. Claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. Scratch the 7 and 9. Rider change on 8, Shackelford Storm to Alvaro Doniz. Bettors like the veteran, number 6, Padilla. And they're off. I Go for Greatness gets the first call. Black Jet moves to him with Padilla and Shackelford Storm away in the top 4. Back to 5th is Swagger, followed by All About Yasom, and the early trailer is Giant's Voice. They speed to the half-mile pole. 3 across the course here. Black Jet from between horses. I Go for Greatness at the rail, and on the far outside, Shackelford Storm. Taking over 4th is Swagger. He got inside of Padilla. They're matching strides 3 lengths off the lead. Then All About Yasom and Giant's Voice. All of them in with a chance here with less than 3/8 of a mile to go. They went 21-3 for the opening quarter speed. Working hard between is Black Jet, 3 wide. It's Shackelford Storm toward the rail. I Go for Greatness still has something in the tank. Swagger's going to try to follow him on the far outside. Padilla, widest of all About Yasom, as they cavalry charge for the final 1/8 of a mile. The veteran Padilla getting to I Go for Greatness down the center and All About Yasom. Splitting horses is Swagger, but Padilla gets first run and he has the lead. I Go for Greatness trying to hold on to second. All About Yasom gets him, but Padilla won it. All About Yasom second. I Go for Greatness third. Swagger ran fourth in 55-4. Jockey Miguel Vasquez registers his second winner of the afternoon as he gives a great turf trip to Padilla, who kicked off cover turning for home and ran on to win it under Miguel Vasquez handling for Aubrey Mirage and owners Ray Don Inc. and Riccio and Jacobson. It was 5 All About Yasom who got up for second ahead of the 2 I Go for Greatness, who fired big, but he had to settle for third. To the 7th race in the start of the late pick 4, race 7 on turf at 1 mile. Claimers in for a $16,000 price tag, a field of 9. This was a wide open betting race. And they're off. Zippy Zappy, a step slow. Imperial Warrior away well. Here's Tale of Fancy moving up the challenge, and down inside Osby has speed. Dropping over 4th is Donation. He'll land in a good spot behind the top 3 and races a length ahead. Here's to Mike. Then to the outside and Regal Kitten, a gap of 3 to Brickyard Kitten. Zippy Zappy is second last, and the early trailer is Till the End as they charge around the first turn. Tale of Fancy has the lead by a length. A bit keen in second is Imperial Warrior. Montalvo Rained Osby back to run in third. Donation is 4th. Here's to Mike is 5th. Up on the outside and now 6th is Regal Kitten ahead of Brickyard Kitten. Then to the outside and Zippy Zappy. Until the end is last of all riders comfortable with their positions as they head to the final 5/8. The opening quarter mile in 24-4. The leader is Tale of Fancy, 3 parts of a length. Imperial Warrior is second. Osby getting a good drafting spot behind the top horse while racing in third. 3 wide Donation looks like he's keen to quicken the pace. Then back to Here's to Mike, who's working off the fence, trying to keep him in as Regal Kitten. He did, at least for this point in time. Racing ahead of an outside running Zippy Zappy. Brickyard Kitten is now last as Till the End gets started as they round the far turn. Imperial Warrior from between horses to put ahead in front. Donation 3 wide. Tale of Fancy is next. Osby, he's had a perfect trip. Let's see if he can parlay it. He's racing in 4th. He's going to try to duck to the inside. Here's to Mike follows him, then Regal Kitten in the wrap at the top of the stretch. Osby ducks the inside lane, and he now has the lead. Back to second is Tale of Fancy. Here's to Mike, stand side and Regal Kitten. Final 1/8 of a mile, and Osby has the lead. Back to second is Tale of Fancy, and Osby got the right trip, and he kicks on. Carlos Montalvo with heads up riding 1 1/8 1/4. Second was Tale of Fancy, and third was Regal Kitten in 1:37-1. Simply put, you just cannot get a better race ride out of a jockey here in South Florida than Carlos Montalvo gave Osby in today's 7th race. Textbook and perfect as he saved ground and got up for the victory for Marcus Vitale and John Grossi's Racing Corporation. Again, heads up riding from Montalvo, the veteran reinsman, springs the upset. Number 6, Tale of Fancy, second ahead of the 9, Regal Kitten, who ran third. To the 8th race now on the start of the late pick 3, 7 furlongs over the main track. Claimers in for a price tag of $25,000. These are 2-year-olds. 8 to the gate. The favorites were 2, Miago, and 8, U.S. Soldier. And they're off. Bounced around at the beginning was 2 Joe. Good start at the rail for Casino Kid, who's being sent along. Up on the outside, U.S. Soldier and Rogue Patriot have speed. And JoJo Spensive is not far away. He's now making it 4 across the course as Casino Kid rushes through. Then back to Miago, racing ahead of Ain't My Fault. A gap of 4 to the 2 at the back, Aristeles and 2 Joe. They make their way down the backstretch and up front. The leader is Casino Kid and Jimenez by ahead. JoJo Spensive between horses alongside second. Miago, he's now racing in between horses, and on the far outside is U.S. Soldier. Nick Juarez took hold of Rogue Patriot to rebid while racing 3 lengths off the lead. Out wide is Ain't My Fault. Then it's a gap of 3 to Aristeles, who tries to run on with 2 Joe as they round the far turn. Pace has been contested, but it's not all that fast. 23 flat for the opening quarter. Batista lets out a notch on JoJo Spensive, who strides to the lead now by a length in between horses. Here's Rogue Patriot moving up with Miago right alongside. Miago's trying to get out. Nora's trying to keep him in. From the far outside in Aristeles with less than a quarter of a mile to go. JoJo Spensive will have to deal with Miago, who has now worked into the clear despite the efforts of Nick Juarez on third running Rogue Patriot with an 1/8 of a mile to go. Miago coming after JoJo Spensive. Rogue Patriot is third. And it's now Miago who hits the front. Aristeles rolls home now. He's going to try to get into second with JoJo Spensive, but they come to the wire. Miago will win it. Miago won it by 2 in the end. It's going to be up for second, Aristelis, and third was Rogue Patriot, 125-2.
Jockey Nick Juarez on Rogue Patriot did everything he could to keep Luis Saez from getting Miago some racetrack to work with, but Saez got what he wanted and Miago did the rest as he now wins his second consecutive race. For Antonio Sano and Jay Stables, Sano's other horse, number 3, Aristella, is up for second. Rogue Patriot back to third. Time for a commercial break. When we come back, we'll bring you the late Daily Double. Don't go away.
Crossing the finish line for the last time can mean an uncertain future for many horses. Recognizing the need for a dignified retirement, the racing industry has made racehorse aftercare a top priority. In partnership with Gulfstream Park and the Florida Horsemen's Association, Florida Track provides retraining and adoption services for retired racehorses. Thanks to their efforts, the end of a racing career can signal the beginning of a new career. In show jumping, trail riding, police work, even therapy for children and veterans. However, good intentions do not come without cost. As a nonprofit organization, Florida Track relies on tax-deductible donations and volunteers to help pay for feed, training, housing, and veterinary care. To find out how you can help, contact Florida Track today. Your support will go a long way towards a new beginning.
Back now for race number 9, 7 furlongs over the main track, $30,000 claiming horses. Scratch the 1, Pure Bliss, a field of 9. Favorites included the 4, What About Tonight, and number 8, Winning for Sarah.
And they're off. Saving Time was away well. Scatnap has speed. Moving up between horses is Ballata. Down at the inside goes 3 Illusions. They line up for the early lead. Scatnap is being ridden like he wants the lead, and Jose Bautista and Scatnap lead by a neck. Ballata is second. Saving Time reined back third. Truge between horses. Up on the outside is Fergie-licious. Down at the inside, 3 Illusions. Poking between horses is Hidden to Win. What About Tonight is outsprinted while second last, and Winning for Sarah's on her outside as they go to the half-mile mark. Ballata now clears off. She leads a length and a quarter. Fergie-licious, widest of all, now up into second. From between horses, Scatnap, 3 Illusions is at the rail. Then it's Truge and Saving Time. Back at the inside, Hidden to Win, now third last. Second last, What About Tonight? And Winning for Sarah tries to play catch-up as they have 3 furlongs left to go. The leader is Ballata. Fergie-licious comes to call on the outside second. 3 Illusions and Saving Time follow along. They're third and fourth. Truge is next. Wide on the course is Winning for Sarah. That's all for Scatnap. Hidden to Win is exactly that, as she'll need to find a way through, buried in traffic as they run past the quarter-mile pole. Up front, the leader now, Fergie-licious, a length and a quarter. Hidden to Win gets into the clear and finishing up very well. 3 Illusions gets first run, and now 3 Illusions takes the lead. It's 3 Illusions, a length and a half. Hidden to Win and True second and third, and on the far outside, it's What About Tonight? But they come to the wire, and it's 3 Illusions. 3 Illusions will win it. 3 Illusions wins it by 3 in the end. Up second, Hidden to Win. Fergie-licious fought on for third. It's close for fourth between Truge and What About Tonight? Then Ballata at 124-4.
Minor upset in today's 9th race is number 2, 3 Illusions, takes advantage of a ground-saving drafting trip from Lionel Reyes and kicks on for the score for trainer Augustin Bazara and owners LMW 256 Racing. It was 3 Hidden to Win with a long sustained run to get second ahead of 7 Fergalicious, who hung on to be third. To the 10th and final race now, sprinting on turf at 5 furlongs. Claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. They've not won 3. Scratch the 6, Guatemala City, a field of 9. Heavily favored off the claim, number 4, Zeus Odin.
And runners away. Soon after the start, Grand Junior checked severely and is last to begin. Federal Reserve from an outside gate wins the start. Moving out the rail, that's first goal. Moonstricking comes away in the top flight. He'll land third. Zeus Odin and Magician's Bullet together fourth and fifth. Then down inside sixth is Silver Chalice. It's a gap of another 2 lengths back to the team of Stoneheart and Speedy Slew. And after a disaster at the start, Grand Junior is last. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Carlos Montalvo and Federal Reserve, they lead the way a length and a quarter. First goal at the inside, second Magician's Bullet and Zeus Odin now starting to run on as Zeus Odin. He's up into third from the back in Stoneheart from between. With the lead, it's Federal Reserve open to 4-length lead now. Stoneheart rolling at him with 1/8 of a mile to go from between horses and Zeus Odin, but Federal Reserve has something in the tank here. And it's Federal Reserve and Carlos Montalvo in front as they come to the wire. He won it by 3 lengths. Second, Stoneheart. Third was Silver Chalice, and fourth was Speedy Slew.
Number 8, Federal Reserve gets back on his preferred footing as he gets back on the Gulfstream Park turf course. And he's quick when he's on this course. He goes all the way to spring a 10-1 minor upset under Carlos Montalvo, who gets his second winner of the day. This one for Frank Serino and trainer Walter Woodard. 5, Stoneheart was second. 3, Silver Shalish ran third. Today's late pick 5, good for more than $7,000. In the Rainbow 6, nobody had 6. 5 of 6 returns just less than $1,000, but triggers a carryover of close to $250,000.
And that wraps up the Friday card. Remember, on Saturday, 11 races, including the Grade 3 Mr. Prospector Stakes. We have 11 races. Our first race post 12 p.m. Boy, you got to be at Gulfstream Park. Good night and good luck.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.